Hello, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good today. How are you?
I'm good. So, last session we had talked about a couple things that we were gonna start off and help you out with. So, the first thing that I just wanted to catch up on was your food stamps.
Okay.
So I remember last time we did fill out the application, and so did you receive that in the mail?
Yeah, I got my card in the mail last week, and so I sat down with my wife and kind of did what does she call it, meal planning or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the meal prep.
Yeah, we kind of sat down and wrote down what we were gonna cook and did it that way, so we wouldn't end up without food and wouldn't spend all of the food stamps. So we kind of just wrote everything down, and I can only get to the grocery store once every 2 weeks. So I tried to get things that wouldn't go bad.
Right.
And since I did have some fresh vegetables still from the garden, I really only had to buy meats and stuff, or pastas, things like that. That would be filling for the kids, but also that would last a while. Um, so that's been pretty good. It's been very helpful. Not having to spend money on food, and we were able to plan it out. So I did get those, and I was okay with that.
That is great. I'm glad to hear that. So I assume that you and your wife are getting along better now, since you guys were able to sit down and deal with the meal prep.
Well, that day was a good day. I guess we were both kind of excited that we were able to get some food in the house, so there wasn't really much time to be fussing. But, when I went home and talked to her about, our sessions last time, she wasn't really trying to hear it. She was more let's see. She was kind of resistant about it. She doesn't really, I guess she doesn't really see the help that I'm giving here. She doesn't really understand it, and she thinks I should just be out looking for a job, but I keep trying to tell her that it's hard to get a job when you don't have any education in today's society. So I was trying to, let her know that I'm coming here to find resources to get a job. But she's still you need to be out finding work or go do this and do that. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel like every time I go say something to her, it turns into an argument. So I'm just running out of things to say. Don't really want to say anything. I'm tired of fussing.
Right. And I remember last session we were gonna you were gonna try to ask her if she could come today, but I see she's not here. So do you know why she didn't want to come?
Well, she does have my grandson today.
Okay.
Which was one thing, which I tried to tell her, we could just bring him with us, but I think she just really tried to use that as an excuse to stay home and not come, saying she would watch him because she won't watch him any other time. So I'm not sure. So I don't know. You think maybe you could come to our house next time?
Of course, no problem. I can definitely come. Because I do see you improving, and I want her to see that too, so that can eliminate some of the unnecessary drama and arguing in your house, because I really do see improvement.
Okay.
So you also mentioned that your education. And when did you stop attending school?
I stopped school ninth grade, freshman year, because my dad passed away, and I had to go to work to try and help my mom out with my younger brother. So, I learned a little bit. I don't really remember much of what I learned because, I went right to work and was using my hands, never had to use my education again. I can read, so I really thought this was all I needed to know how to, read and talk. So I wasn't really worried about ever going back to school after that.
So, since you didn't graduate from high school, would you be interested in taking a GED class? It's basically general education. It is for people who have not graduated or dropped out, and it's basically a high school diploma, just in a different version. It's highly recommended because if you do have this, you can use this in place of a high school diploma to get jobs because getting jobs, like you said, nowadays is very hard, and people are now, if you don't have, people are asking for college degrees. So just imagine trying to get just a bare minimum job. You would at least might need GED.
Mm-hmm.
So the GED classes that I found are Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that you primarily take care of the kids in your house. And you said that your wife sometimes takes care of the kids. So if we were to sign you up for this program, would you have somebody to watch the kids?
Well, 6 to 8 p.m., that would be it in the afternoon. So one of the oldest kids will be home from school. So what I can do is, maybe try and give them, maybe an allowance or something for helping me watch the kids, or, try and promise them something for helping me out. But I think that might not be too much of a problem. I should be able to get at least the oldest one, because he's done with his after school activities now. So it should be too hard for me to get him to watch the kids.
Okay. And if we are able to get you into the GED program, would you have transportation? Do you have a valid driver's license, or maybe somebody in your family who would be able to bring you to the classes?
I do have a driver's license, but I don't have a car. Do you know where it is or how far it is from me?
So it is at the local high school, which is about 10 minutes away. I do have some transportation options. There's the local bus, and then there's also this driving service. It only costs $1 to get there and back. It's a really good method. I found a voucher for you. That's why it's only $1. It's just like a little discount.
Okay.
And also for the GED program, I also found different scholarships, because I do understand the financial trouble that you are going through. So I also found a scholarship that would be able to help you pay for your GED program.
Okay.
So that we can get that
done. Well, I don't have many options for transportation. My brother-in-law is who takes me to the grocery store where I need it, but he's about 20 minutes away. I don't know. I can ask him, but I'm not sure if he would want to come drive here and then take me to class and then, pick me up and take me back home. So I think I'll be able to, scrape up $1 to use the transportation service to get there.
I think so too. It could actually help you become more independent instead of depending always on somebody. It'll be your responsibility to get up, make sure you get it on time, just help you gain more everyday life skills.
Okay.
So last time we also talked about the baby and the father of the baby. So how is that situation going?
Well, he's starting to step up a little bit. He's starting to come around a little bit more. He did come to the house. When I had went back home last time, I told him about, the WIC thing that you were telling me about. So I think he got his girlfriend to go fill out the form for the WIC, but, they haven't really shown much more time, but they at least, they'd come and drop off some diapers and some clothes and formula and like some baby food and stuff. So I'm not really stressing about that anymore. I think really now I have to find care for him. My son, he'll come home like 2 times a week, but I don't know what he's doing, because he's not coming home with any money. So I don't know what I can do to show him some responsibility.
Okay. So definitely when I come to your house for the next session, I definitely want, if it's possible, for your wife and your son to be there, just so I can just educate them a little bit, because it seems like they might also need guidance. So I wouldn't mind talking to your son about the benefits of the program so that his child can live for the better, and also helping your wife understand that you are trying to get help and that you Okay, so Medicare and Medicaid, we also talked about this last session, and we also signed up for that. So did you get your packet in the mail that you received Medicare, or?
Well, I saw something. I don't remember getting a packet, but we did get something in the mail. About some type of like open enrollment or something. I didn't know if that was his name. So I did bring it with me. Let's see, it's right here. Is this it? Let me see. This was it. Is that the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So this does mean that you got approved.
Okay.
And that's actually a very good thing. So now we're getting more steps into becoming more positive.
Okay.
When we went to the job site together, I did find while you were filing all your paperwork and whatnot, I found a couple jobs that you might be interested in.
Okay.
One is at a fast food restaurant. That can be your last resort. I found one with engineering, and I found one in construction.
Okay. The engineering one, is that like, entry level, or do I have to have a degree for that one?
So for the engineering one, they do accept. So there's different jobs in the engineering field. There's the kind of lower. It goes from low to high. So there are entry level jobs where you need at least a high school diploma or a GED, where you can enter. To get promoted, you would have to have some type of degree. But there's nothing like starting somewhere and then building up. So.
Okay, I think that the construction sounds better just because I will have more experience. I'm not really. I know, doing the school thing is something new, and sometimes it's nice to have a fresh start. But I think with working, I'd rather be able to start with something that I have experience with, and then I will be able to show myself better that I'm a good worker because I already know what I'm doing.
Right.
So I think the construction one would be better to do.
Okay, so I can definitely get into more information about that. The only thing about that job is that it is a little farther than the GED program. It is actually 15 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
But you only work Monday through Thursday. So would you still be able to utilize that? I can still get you the transportation for the $1 there and back. Would you still be able to gain $1 so that you can make it to work?
You would need $2 a day?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I believe I could do that. Just
There's also another alternative. You can use the service for the GED classes, but you can also take the bus to work. There's a bus that goes directly to the construction site, and I can get you a bus voucher so that you wouldn't have to pay for it at all. So if you want to take the bus, it might be a little slower, so that might mean that you have to wake up earlier to get to work rather than taking the car service. But it would be free because I would be able. I have sources and I have people who give me resources to help people like you. So if you want, I can get you a free bus voucher if that's what you would like.
Well, I saw, because before we didn't really have a bus that came close to our house, but they actually, I guess somebody realized that we were kind of further away from the bus pickup. So they actually, added a stop that's in walking distance from our house. So I wouldn't mind, getting up early and catching the bus. They posted a schedule outside, so I just have to be there, at 7:15. Or, do you know what the hours would be for the job?
So it would be from 7 a.m. And then you have GED on Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8. So it would be from 7 a.m. to 5.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the days that you do have the GED class, you can just, the car service can pick you up from your construction site and then bring you to the high school, because a high school is only 5 minutes away from the construction site. But the construction site is 15 minutes away from the house, so it's a little farther.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could definitely just, catch the bus to work, and I guess, back home on the days that I don't have to go to my GED class. So that will work for me. That's definitely a good thing. I might, just have to. I really just want to make sure that the kids are taken care of after school. Cause my wife, she's not. If she's watching them, I don't want to say I don't trust her, but she's a little just lazy. She's gonna let them do what they want, and they're gonna be, all in the kitchen eating snacks instead of food. And so I think I'm gonna have to have a conversation with her about really getting them together.
Maybe there is an extended family member who could also be around while your wife is watching the kids. Do you have any extended family members?
Well, not too many. Most of them are miles away. I do have my brother-in-law, so maybe he's not too good with the girls, but maybe if he could at least just work with the boys, that would be okay.
Yes. Okay, so you also mentioned you had a garden. Tell me a little bit about your garden.
Well, it was just a way to, have like fresh food and fresh vegetables and stuff to eat on because we didn't really have any money for food. And now that it's cold outside, the garden has gone down. But we were using it, to get like fresh vegetables. We had like some squash and tomatoes, and then at one point in time, like the rabbits had got into it and ruined half of my crops. So I had to get some. I put like a little fake scarecrow out there. I used to never really think those things worked, but it kind of worked. And one of my neighbors, he's a farmer also, and he gave me some stuff to spray down so the animals wouldn't want it. So that kept it away. That helped a lot with, being able to eat. But now that it's cold outside, there's really nothing to do. I still have my chickens or whatever that my brother-in-law gave me, so I can use that, for eggs. But that's about it. Some people will come by and buy eggs. I sell them a dozen of eggs for $1. That'll make some money. So maybe I only have 3 chickens. I don't get that many eggs, but it's enough money sometimes.
So where did the garden come from? Like when you bought your house, did the garden come with the house or did you purchase it after you bought the house?
Yeah, so, my mother-in-law was the one that gave us the land to put the trailer on. So when she gave us the land, it was already like a garden there, I guess, that she had done when she was living there. So like the garden part was already pretty much made out. So all I had to do was kind of like reintegrate it and mess with the soil to get it together. So it was there when she gave us the land.
And so the only thing that you sell are the eggs?
Well, during this season, when it's like springtime and summertime and the crops are good, I can sell like the tomatoes and the vegetables and stuff, but none of that is up at this time.
Right. Okay. And have you ever thought of selling the crop to get money, or is there like maybe something significant about it that you just won't let it go?
Well, it's not really worth much. I did look into it, but the location, only that spot that we have is pretty much what brings up the store. So when people want to buy the land, they want like a big, large amount, and it's not that large, and it's really not worth anything. So it's better for us to just keep it and try and utilize it ourselves.
Yeah, I actually also think you should keep it too. There's nothing like fresh produce. When you don't, maybe if you don't have enough, you can always just go to your garden and get something. Although there are times where there is dead crop, that does happen. But I feel like that's a good source for you guys to keep. So we're just gonna go into the goals. So one of the first goals that I want you to do is start to attend the GED program. There also is a test at the end. I will be more than happy to help you study for it. So that's one thing that I'm gonna ask you about. Next time we meet, I'm gonna ask you how the first class went. How do you think it's going? If you think you're gonna need extra tutoring, if you think you got it, and how just it's flowing.
Okay.
Also, when I go to your house next week or the next meeting, I just want to talk to your wife and your and the child's father, just to give them an understanding of the positive benefits of this session, and also if they need any additional help, then we can also help them.
Okay. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Your food stamps, you seem like you have that under control. You and your wife meal prep, so I'm actually very happy about that. That does show a lot of improvement. You're not just going to buy whatever you want to buy. You're thinking smart about it, because you only do get a certain amount a month, so you just have to make sure that you keep that. And then lastly, your job. So we're gonna go with the construction job, you said? Okay, so that's gonna start in a week. Okay. If you want me to bring you the first class, I can always bring you the first class. If you want me to bring you the first day of your job, I can bring you if you want, just to make you feel comfortable, make sure that you are settled, you go in, know what you're going to do. Just kind of like how I helped you at the other arrangement.
Okay.
So, next meeting, if you would like, I will come to your house, talk to your wife and your brother, and we're just going to... I'm going to ask you about all the goals, your improvements, some things that you still might need to work on that you see in yourself, and then we can just go from there.
Okay, that sounds great.